Hey Poster Street fans, it's Sarah here, and it's a beautiful Tuesday afternoon. We are indoors cooking polenta, but we hope you're outdoors eventually today, enjoying the beautiful day. We are cooking polenta because Sharon Fogel has written us a letter and asked us if we know any great polenta recipes. She has gone to restaurants like Abigail's and Mike Bistro where they serve, I guess, polenta, and she loves it and she doesn't know how to make it herself. Well, I've eaten polenta in Israel only. It's the only place that I've actually ever ordered polenta, and it was delicious. But the version that I had was dairy, and since the 9 days is coming up, I'm going to show you a great polenta recipe that's milchiks, delicious, creamy, and yummy to eat. And I'm going to show you how to do it one way and tell you how to, and you'll see recipes on Kosher Street how you can make it actually a few different ways. So, if you take a look over here, I have a regular frying pan that I've heated up about a teaspoon worth of butter. I'm adding a cup of milk, and I'm adding a cup of water. Now I'm going to let the milk and the water boil up a little bit, and as it gets to boil, I'm going to take a half a cup of my polenta. Now polenta is basically cornmeal. It's corn grits. A lot of people eat it instead of pasta. They'll have cornmeal polenta, or if you ever heard of grits, bacon and grits, I guess this is something that they use. I'm not exactly sure the source of polenta, but we're using it here today. So it looks like cornmeal. It probably is cornmeal. It's just cooked cornmeal. And we're going to take this half a cup and we're going to add it to our hot milk and water combination, and we're just going to whisk it in and get out all those lumps that are going to happen when you pour in this polenta into our milk and water. Now once this boils up, we are going to add yummy cheeses and salt and some spices, and we're going to make a delicious meal. Okay, so we're back, and our polenta has thickened up, as you can see. It's a nice, like, farina-ish, oatmeal-ish type of consistency. And we're going to add some kosher salt to it, a little bit of ground black pepper, a little bit of fresh parsley. It's not fresh parsley, sorry, dried parsley, or you could put in fresh parsley, and a really small bit of nutmeg. We're going to mix that in. Now, once this gets all mixed in, we're going to add to this the good, creamy, cheesy part of it. Now, I also have, what you hear crackling, is I have some mushrooms sauteing and a little bit of olive oil, and we're going to add those mushrooms to a different dish using the polenta. So as that cooks, this polenta is working. And we're going to add to the polenta, the same way you would do like a macaroni and cheese, we're going to add about a half a cup or a quarter cup, depending on how much polenta you have here, of heavy cream. Now, if you don't want to use heavy cream, that's fine. I would suggest that you use something like whole milk or even a little bit of sour cream to add to the creaminess of this polenta. But heavy cream really works the best. And you're going to mix it up. Now comes the really good part, the cheese. I'm going to take a big handful of shredded cheddar. We're going to add it to our polenta mixture. Okay, and we're going to mix that all up. Now, polenta is a very versatile type of dish. You can bake it into loaves and cut it into squares or triangles and use it as a base for a polenta pizza or a polenta sandwich. I've seen it used in meat recipes with chicken, and people would lay strips of chicken on top of it instead of bread. But I love cheese, and the 9 days are coming up, so this is a great way to serve a side dish. It's almost like a mashed potato, but instead of mashed potatoes, you're doing polenta. And here you go. There you go. So here you have a beautiful polenta dish that we're going to serve up with a little bit of sour cream. Now, in the same way, we're going to take our polenta and we're going to put a little bit of it into a ramekin. And we're just going to dish out some. Now, you should really be using a spoon, but I'm using a spatula. We're going to up about halfway with our polenta sauce, our polenta mixture. And now, as my mushrooms are cooking, I'm going to add to it some fresh spinach. You could add frozen spinach. Okay, I'm going to spice this up with a little bit more salt and a little bit more pepper. And now we're just going to cook this down, and we're going to make almost like a polenta gratin. And we're going to add the vegetables to our polenta mixture, add some more polenta on top of it. If you like, you could add even tomato sauce. And you're going to bake it in the oven for about 5-10 minutes with a nice cheesy crust. So now once the spinach cooks down a little bit, okay, we're going to fill up our ramekin dish. Now if you had some good tomato sauce, you can pour it on top of that. We're just going to add a little bit more polenta. Just like this. And we're going to top it off with some more, some more cheddar cheese. I'm making a bit of a mess in my kitchen. And now we're going to put it in the oven at about 375. We're going to cook it for about 10 minutes until we get a nice cheesy crust on top. We'll come right back and we'll show you all the things. Okay, so we're back and we have here our creamy polenta, and I'm going to give you a taste. It's delicious. It tastes like a farina dash, mac and cheese, just no macaroni involved. It's actually very, very good, very light, and I think your kids would really go for it. And we also have here the baked polenta that we did with the mushrooms and the spinach. And look how good that looks, and cheesy. So there's no pasta involved, but you have here some delicious vegetables in polenta. It's hot. Oh, it's also very good. I think you could use a little tomato sauce though. Anyways, Sharon, we're happy that you posed that question to us. We hope you like our recipes, and if anybody out there on Kosher Street has a recipe for us to try or would like to know how to make something, please let us know. We're happy to do them. Have a great day, guys.